Yo, what's good, y'all? It's Descending here, and this is my beginner's guide to Alight motion editing. I know from experience, and because people tell me, there aren't very many useful tutorials on YouTube for Alight motion because they're either in another language or they don't explain it very well. So I'm gonna do my best to make this guide as good as I can make it, so I can help people, uh, and I can help up and coming Alight motion editors. So this is going to be the first part of the guide, and it's going to be for complete beginners, how to get started, where to get your clips and sounds, etc. And on the next video, I'll be going more in depth with other stuff for those who already know what they're doing when they're editing. So the first thing I'm going to teach y'all is how to get twixters. So twixters are basically clips that people make that they grab from episodes and make them smoother. So usually you go to YouTube. It's usually where people get twixters. Uh, so I'm gonna just look for Itachi versus Orochimaru Twixter. You just look for the fight you want, and you can see here's the Twixter. You're gonna copy the link, and then you're gonna go to Safari and go to any YouTube to MP4 downloader and paste the link here. And then convert to MP4, download it, and it's usually gonna take you to an ad, so you're just gonna close that and go back. And then it's just gonna ask you to download. So you press download, wait for it to load. Uh, and yeah, Twixters are usually the easiest and most convenient way to get your clips because usually people who make the Twixters select clips that are good for edits and they make them smooth. So that's why people usually use Twixters. So once it's done, you're gonna click the little magnifying button and then you're gonna click it, click share, and Alight motion. That the import is complete. Next, you're gonna want to get your sounds. So you're gonna look for a TikTok in TikTok an edit with the sound you want. For example, uh, if we go here, we can look for this edit. Let's say has this sound. You're just gonna download it directly from TikTok. Also, if they have their downloads turned off, you can copy the link of the TikTok and download it using snaptic.com and just import it the same way you imported the Twixters. So once you have your clips and you have your sound, you're gonna import the TikTok, and obviously you don't want the edit over your edit, so you're just gonna want to press the layer, go to the three dots at the top, and extract the audio. Now you can just delete the edit, and you're gonna be left with the sound. I already did this beforehand, before recording. I marked the beats on the sound. This is the first step when you're making an edit. Basically, you're just gonna play the sound, and when you hear a beat, you're just gonna click. You're gonna go to where it sounded and just click over there in the timer. For some people, there's gonna be a marker icon here, but for me, that's just a play. But yeah, if you don't have the marker icon here, you're just gonna click on the timer where the beat drops. So you can see I have all the beats marked. So I'm just gonna import the Twixters. Usually the Twixters come with songs, so you're just gonna wanna lower the volume, and there you have your Twixter. Now this one's kind of small. It's not completely on the frame, so you're gonna click the three dots and stretch the screen, and now it's on the whole screen. And now you're just gonna go into cutting the clips and putting them synced with the edit. I'm gonna show you what most of the buttons do. Obviously, you got the undo and redo over here at the left. Then you have these two buttons beside the play button. Uh, Usually when you have markers, if you did the last step, you can use them to go between markers quickly. And yeah, then obviously you have the plus here where you can make a lot of stuff. The shapes, we're not going to look into them in this video. We can look at them later on. Image and video is where you're going to get most of your clips, most of your sounds, etc. The text is pretty self-explanatory. Just make your text and you can animate your text, but we're not going to look at that either. We're just beginning right now. And you don't want to look at most of these stuff yet. You're just going to focus on image and video. Also, if you downloaded your audio from YouTube or something and you imported it from your files, it's going to show up over here. But if not, you can just do all of this. Now, for effects and stuff like that, you're going to click the layer and then you have all of this. Well, before we go to effects, we can look at these three buttons in the middle. They're the split buttons. The one in the middle is just split the clip into two. It's going to be split where your cursor is. And you see you're going to have two clips now. Then the one on the left, you're going to delete everything to the left and keep everything to the right. You can see here, the clip on the left was deleted, and it's the opposite for the right button. You're going to delete everything to the right and keep everything to the left. Those are the split buttons, and then we have move and transform. Now when you click move and transform, you're going to automatically be sent to the moves option. You're just gonna, this is where you can move everything, but we're not gonna do transitions yet, so you don't have to worry about that yet. There's also rotations. These are more advanced transitions, so don't worry about that yet either. We also have scales, which is to make the clip bigger or smaller. And then this one is very advanced, so don't worry about that yet. Then effects. There are some effects that you want to add to every edit, every clip, because they're just the basic effects. They're tiles. You can leave them with default settings, just add mirror. And then you want to add motion blur. And the tiles are so that if you don't have tiles, let me just make them invisible. When you move your layer, it's going to look something like this, and you don't want that black background. So now that you have your tiles, this is what it's gonna look like. It's way better. Next, the motion blur is for when you're doing transitions. It makes it smoother, and you're just gonna wanna, once you have your Twixtor and your sound and mark the beats, you're just gonna wanna sync the clips. So I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna split it here, and then you wanna look for the next part, which is here, and then you just wanna, you see what I just did there? You can move the layer instead of like holding it and moving it. If it's further away, you can just click the layer and click this button right here. It just moves it to where your cursor is, so you can go on the beat and move it there. So yeah, you're just gonna move all your clips to where you want them. You don't have to do them in the specific order that the Twixtor was made. It's just the easiest way. But you can do it in any order you want. I'm just gonna do it right now because it's the easiest way. You're just gonna order them with the beats. And almost done. And you're gonna cut off all the excess. Now you have all your clips with the beat. Now if we play it, it should be synced up with the beat, just changing clips. We don't have any transitions yet, but this is what it looks like. So yeah, that's the basics, everything you need to know when you're getting into Alight Motion. I hope this helped you. In the next tutorial, as I said, I'm going to be going more in depth with other stuff such as transitions and effects, and stay tuned.